Welcome back to the episode of Unranked Podcast. Coming back to you today after a tough loss this past weekend to the Texas Longhorns. Definitely got to tip the cap. One hell of a football team. Hear a lot of people kind of comparing them to us last year. Just complete team. Strong in the trenches. They were, yeah, just a better team. We obviously didn't help out the case very much from an offensive standpoint, which kind of, obviously weighed on the defense a little bit. But yeah, overall, tough game. I'll kick it over to you, E. Just want to see your thoughts on our Wolverines this past Saturday.
I agree with you on just how strongly built Texas is, top to bottom. Uh, has a top first round ish type quarterback come back for, I believe this is his senior year. He's been around a while. He was just surgical. They just kind of picked us apart. We had our moments of defense. Obviously, defense didn't just get destroyed, but just real methodical game from them. Uh, as far as their offensive game plan. And then obviously we put our defense in such horrendous positions. Uh, Bad fumbles, bad interceptions, short fields. They a bad defense would have easily gave up 50. So I think we do got to tip our hat to them. They did their
Yeah,
thing, and it really at the end of the day is a offensive issue in particular. It looks like a major quarterback issue, and I do think we got exposed for what it was. But I do think the bright side of this is there's not too many more teams that are better than Texas. Not too many more teams that they're one of the favorites for the to win the college football playoff this year. Currently sitting at I think third in the country. So they're in the hunt and they easily win it. And I think all I'm saying is although this is was blindsiding, I think there are the bright spot is there's only a handful of teams that are going to be as powerful as they are, and
for sure.
we have a lot of time to kind of figure out what we're doing and manufacture something on the offensive side so that we can go and compete against a couple of these teams we'll have a shot against, coming up. Yeah.
No, definitely. You hit it right on the head. I'm looking at the box score right now. I mean, they scored, yeah, 7 in the first, 17 in the second, 7 in the third, none in the fourth. I mean, that second quarter, it was just like an avalanche pretty much. They had drives. I mean, I remember sitting there on the couch watching. I'm like, they've had the ball like 7, 8 minutes. Legit had a drive like 13 plays, like 50 some yards for like 8, 9 minutes, and defense. They just did what they could. But then they started just kind of gashing them, hitting them from all angles. They were really hitting the edges. So Kenny G and Mason Graham, I mean, they're just kind of running sideline to sideline, sideline to sideline. After a while, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this from a lot of teams. The rest. I mean, a lot of college teams already play like this. So um, defense held its own. There are some concerns there going forward. Just a lot of misassignments and tackling. But like you said, I think the biggest thing is just the offense. I mean, didn't help out the defense at all. Davis Warren, I think they did. I guess I'll kind of say some of these things to get optimistic about it, but the back-to-back interceptions, one tipped, a receiver ran a bad route. Um, he was just kind of like, looking guys down, going one read, and then yeah, or deal with Orgy and Edwards. It's kind of tough. Like, it just kind of felt like we were just kind of like a step behind
Mhm.
the entire game for the most part. But there are some flashes of good things, I think, on both sides of the ball that I like that I saw overall, though.
Yeah. And I think, we can try to do is learn from the loss and hopefully they
Yeah.
and it was kind of a measuring stick game, a humbling game. Obviously, the first time we lost like this in quite a while. And so I would say just take it for what it's worth. And we got another opponent this upcoming week.
Yeah.
Somebody we should, I believe, be the manhandle in Arkansas State. And just kind of build back up from there. And then after
Yeah.
that, I think we'll be entering Big Ten play shortly after that. Maybe another team. I'm blinking on the schedule now,
USC.
but yeah, yep, right. So yeah, you're right back in it. So just build upon that game figure out some things on offense. But no, just back to Arkansas State, kind of. I know I personally admit I don't know too much about them. I got them pulled up here,
Oh
little
yeah.
Red Wolves. So kind of what are your thoughts on Arkansas State? Heading up to the big house. Week after we got kind of tossed around, ragged out a little bit.
I mean, I think this is gonna be a good reset. First loss at home in like 4 years, something like that. First loss in 3 years. So I think it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I got the losses a little mixed up here a little bit, but um, I do just feel like they just got to kind of reset things. You hope to see a little more continuity on offense, with assuming Davis Warren is going to be um, a little more consistent. But I don't know. It also might sound like Jack Tuttle. It's like there's kind of question marks there overall. And Orgy, we just don't really know what's going on there at all. And yeah, you just hope that we can really just establish the run and kind of get some confidence back. It'd be great to, beat them by 2, 3, 4 touchdowns just to, really just kind of get back right, get back on the right track. So I feel like they just gotta clean things up, and I do expect things to be a lot cleaner.
Yeah, no, I think that's a big thing I was going to emphasize. Just play a clean game. Offensively. Hopefully, I mean, let's just be brutally honest. Edwards got to hit the hole. You got to read what the line is giving you, and just take those yards that are easy to get from time to time. We need tenfold better quarterback play, and and then from there, people like Loveland. You got to can't be like last days ago with the ball. You got to keep that thing tight, into the body, and then just try to build back on things like that. I think we just let the wheels fall off a little bit, and I think this is a team that you can do that against because with USC in the crosshairs right after that, you can't. You don't want to have another stumble game where you don't even have no type of confidence to build on. You don't know what you want to
Right.
do offensively. You don't know what you can do offensively. I think you want to take the time to build that up, get your identity back, get this team's identity. That's another thing I think we got to realize is maybe we're not teams of the old, and get this team's identity going. And I'm saying this mostly joking, but I seen somebody say if you just on Twitter, if you just don't trust Orgy enough to pass, why not let him line up at running back? And
Yeah.
yeah, and it's kind of
Strange.
yeah. So I just think it's I feel like if when in doubt, we just gotta really load that box and go power. Just however that looks. We were all joking. James was joking about the wing T, but a facet of that might not be the worst thing in the world. I think we have
Yeah.
the offensive line power. We have the stable of running back. So I think just get back to the drawing board here. And just kind of rip it up and figure out what we can do. Because I think the measure is not to beat up on teams like Arkansas State. The measure is to beat Texas, beat USC, obviously Ohio, and we got to find a way to get 28-30, and hopefully the defense can hold people to under that. But I think
Yeah.
we were the defense. What was his final score of that? 31. Defense did the job.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
seven. The onslaught was after the turnovers in second quarter. 17 points,
Yep.
just boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Yeah, they held in there, and that's against, like I said, that's a top three, if not best team in the country. So
Yeah.
I do feel like they're gonna lock it in this week. I can see even let's go to the score prediction. I feel like I'd say 27-3. I think they're really gonna lock in on defense and yeah, get the job done running the ball on offense.
Yeah, I don't think we're too far off. I definitely see that score. For some reason, I'm kind of just eyeing 28-10.
Yeah.
Maybe 31, get a field goal out of there. So, but somewhere around that ballpark. And I hopefully, like we're saying, we can manufacture some of that offense, get some confidence back. Edwards get a 50 yarder, 60 yarder, just
Yeah.
things like that. Just we can see it, they can see it, and we can build from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, we'll jump over to the pros. Our Lions kicked off Sunday night. Gritty victory. Stafford came into the building again, motivated, left the kids and the wife at home. So you know he was coming to try to get a dub. Shut the door on that again. That was awesome to see. Yeah, just want to see your thoughts on the Sunday night overtime thriller our Lions pulled out.
Yeah. So overall, just a good game. Good game to watch, fun game. Obviously, we want the blowouts, but I don't think the Rams are slouches. I think you know we think our D line front seven is fairly solid, and
Mhm.
they were down to nobody, and Stafford still getting that ball out quick, slinging it around. Uh, so I think we played a real team, and they gave it their all, made pushes, and we got out. So what I would say is from top to bottom, I'm just it's exciting to see that we have a real full roster. We
Yeah.
have we got a couple of tight ends, quarterback solid, couple of running backs. It was amazing to see JMO get out there and make his noise. We got to find the balance between JMO making some noise and St. Brown getting busy too. But I think that'll bounce itself out over time. And O line, powerful, looks like one of the best in the league already. And I think so. We got our identity. So young bulls all across the defense, but they're making names for themselves. They look good.
Hmm.
Um, and it was exciting to see because we didn't not at our full potential on defense either. Still very young. Um, missing a couple of guys spread throughout that might come back, make some noise for us. So um, and just the power, speed. We got a good balance of everything. We look like a legit contender, and that's exciting to see just for some Lions fans that's been through the depths of hell and back up to where we are now.
Sure. Yeah, no, I echo a lot of that. I mean, it was just a instant classic. I think it like beat out last year's Sunday night game by like 8-9 million viewers. I mean, it's just the attention around the Lions right now is just crazy. Like, I mean, we thinking like 10 years ago, it was 2-14, 0-16. Like it's kind of wild to wrap my mind around still. But I just like how they just got the job done in my like favorite way possible, just running that football. Like, I mean, they Montgomery were like 7 times on a 9-play drive.
Yep.
Um, I mean, he broke the
Just
one for like
just chunk
25,
plays
30.
after chunk play. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean that and yeah, I mean you just don't see that in the league. I mean that's pretty much what San Fran was doing to the Jets on Monday night, but you really don't see them line up just single back, full back and I formation and just run it on the team like that. And I mean I thought it was crazy that because they had to call a timeout on like 3rd and 1 on like the three. He was like just trying to
yeah.
give his team but yeah, I mean I think the O line is the best in the league. Um, I mean, we didn't even talk about JMO yet. I mean, that was so. I mean, they pretty much shut down Amon St. Brown, so he had to make the plays, and he made them,
Yep.
and then some. 135 like total yards, touchdown. Yeah, huge game from him. And this is just yeah. I mean, it's just gonna be a steady like no better way to start it off than your first game.
And he was.
For the first game of the season, and wide receiver two.
I agree, and I've questioned JMO a lot. Questioned the pick when it happened. Questioned just some of his production, and that was as somebody that has been semi skeptical. It was great to see. It was great to see him just being so explosive. It's I know he's running his route fast, but it's amazing to me. As soon as he catches the ball, he seems to exit like times three. He gets it,
Yeah,
takes off. Type of separation you see, a la like Tyreek Hill. Type of separation you used to see from like Deshaun Jackson is one of them guys when they get it, they just look like they catapult in front of the defender.
right.
Just special once they get the ball in their hands and hard to bring down. And if he can have any resemblance of this, or every game, go ahead and get you a 25 to 40 yarder, and have some other decent catches within there. I think we are. This offense is tip top.
Electric.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to
Yeah.
defend that. St. Brown being as consistent as he is, Laporta being, just the X factor tight end. You know,
They had
I
like 40
along with
yards.
what you said, yeah, just feeding Montgomery up the middle. You know, I'm not sure if we're firing on all cylinders, how how you scheme against that. So no, but it starts, I think, like you said, with the best O line in the league, a
Hmm.
steady dose of Montgomery, Gibbs, and then let everything else kind of fall into place from there. And
Yeah,
um, and hopefully, one thing I will say, golf, uh, it will go as he goes as well. So I don't know. I got a little nervous after that first pick, but it
yeah,
was one of those things where he had we gotta. I can't have such I have to have a short memory with him too, because he seemed to do his thing for us, especially at home.
for
So
sure.
uh,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, I think, we had talked about it quite a bit. Like now, like the goal this year, I mean, we were like fourth in the league in offense and like 20 something in the league in defense last year. It's like now if we can have nights like we did, Sunday night where we was just sputtering on offense all night and then just turn it on, and rattle off nine straight in the fourth and overtime. Like we're because we know our defense will get some stops. I mean, Stafford is Stafford. We ain't going. I mean, we're gonna see some great quarterbacks, but you know what tier
yeah,
we hold him in.
he gonna
So I
make you.
just
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, so I just feel like, you know, we can. It was just great to see us kind of sputter like that on offense, be a little inconsistent, and not have our wide receiver one and second best tight end in the league kind of just put at bay. Just great to see JMO come up in big moments Sunday night like that. Like, I mean, this everything else gonna look like a cakewalk for him
right.
at this, getting off with against a great team like that. So got another one rolling in. Um, I do kind of, we always talk about Baker. I like Baker, but we know what Baker, he coming off a 4 touchdown game, feeling himself a little bit. He's always due
Yeah,
to, we might be getting him at a good spot right
yeah.
here.
He'll always revert back to the mean.
Yeah, he gonna throw a couple, he gonna throw a pick or two. That's what we hoping for. But yeah, I mean, once again, it's hard to beat a team 2 times in a row. We're going 3 times in a row against this team, so this is a matchup. I looked at the schedule. Can just be one of those like in that first six where it's like they should get it done, but you never know. It's hard beating the team 3 times in a row. So just I want to see your thoughts on the Buccaneers rolling into town.
Yeah. So what I say is another test for the young safety or for the young defensive backs in general. Obviously Baker, we joke about him a lot, but he is a gunslinger. He even if even in his 3-4 interception games, he'll light you up for 300, 350. He's
Yeah,
he so he can move that ball around. And with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, I think they got some firing power over there. So let's see what the defensive backs can do again. I want to mention this last game, but Cooper Cup went for I think like 7 for 110 or something like that. And
yeah,
so considering that we ended the season on every player we played had a career game against us, I thought that was promising. So hopefully we can lock in these guys again. I don't remember exactly what Mike Evans did against us last year, but he's obviously always a lethal threat. So just
yeah.
him, Godwin, just kind of see if we can kind of try to bottle people up again and keep it dirty, keep it murky, get some interceptions. And I think we
This,
like the later. They like to hit. Kirby Joseph likes to hit.
yeah,
Branch likes to hit. So I think we're gonna get that kind of. I don't want to say it, but I think they'll along with just look at the whole package of what we got with a couple of the corners that could develop in the lockdown corners. We could had a Legion of Boom type shit going on where if these players stay together and age well, we got a good combo of people that are coming to lay the wood and playing lockdown defense. So I just want to see if we can kind of they'll give me a lot of hope if we come out there again and kind of bottle up all their offense as far as Tampa Bay goes.
sure. Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, we were we were lucky that Puka got knocked out that game because it would have gotten scary to see, both of them getting
Yep.
to it. So I do feel like the Bucks, they have few more weapons. I mean, they got, Mike Evans. Oh, Tim up, he's had 1,000 yards receiving every single year of his career. Like this
Consistency.
I didn't even, yeah, this consistency. That's something you don't really hear too much about. But I feel like, him, Godwin, running backs are solid tight end. Um, Defense, that's what really, I mean, they like to blitz, bring pressure. So this is where Goff, I mean, he did a great job. He was down to a guard, two running backs in Tampa Bay, still went for, 315, something like that. In playoffs, he did something similar. So I just feel like we're gonna just establish that run and just kind of let him, do what he does and just get that play action going. They do like to blitz, so we catch them off guard a few times. There's some opportunity there, and they're all pro safety. Winfield is not playing,
Mm.
so that's just
Yeah,
something that's huge.
major plus.
We,
Yeah,
we just watched the Rams sit a safety over St. Brown the entire game, so it's a big opportunity, but they can definitely come get us.
right. And I think obviously he knows that, and you know this, but I think St. Brown just being hovered and monitored like that, he'll break out of it. But I also think
Oh yeah,
it's a
good
way
game.
where yeah, other people, it opens up so much opportunity for other people, and then eventually they're gonna have to, like you said, move that safety back over, stop the just the kind of the motioning or maneuvering everybody around him. So, but that's something he'll get better in, and I think if not, Jamo's gonna go for like 1,500 yards this year. So,
Yeah,
yeah, or Laporta for that matter. So, but no, man, it's I do think this be a test for us. And I think both offensively and defensively, they're pretty stout. Obviously, we met them in the playoffs last year. Um, and I just kind of want us to clean up the game, but replicate what we did last week. I think
for
see what we
sure.
did that work, like you said, just pounding that rock, opening that right up is it ain't gonna hurt nothing. And I believe what you say that I think Montgomery needs to be the workhorse of it. Just let him eat
Yeah,
and
set the
then feed
tone.
the part off of that. Yeah, yep,
Yeah, Gibbs running tough too, but yeah, I do just feel like the way they ended it last, that was a good way to end that game, and I think there's some times on, we won't go back to that game too much, but just situationally, throwing on second and short, Gibbs in, I feel like there's just some times Montgomery, man, if you can just, especially you got to lead, run the clock out, second and two, gain a three, it's another minute and a half off the clock. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling now. But I do feel like,
no,
Montgomery definitely got to be, it got to be the guy getting good bulk of the carries still, in my opinion.
yeah, no, I agree. You want to throw out a score prediction?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 31-24. Yeah, I
I
mean they
like that.
got a
I like
high
that.
power offense. They'll score a little bit, but I think we'll do just enough and the defense make plays.
Yep. Okay. I feel that. I feel that. I'm gonna go 35-28. Kind of a similar ballpark. I do think we our offense would be a little more fiery and then defense obviously bend but don't break a little bit, maybe get a pick or two. And
Yeah.
that's kind of be the story of the game there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Carlton Davis revenge game. He played practiced against Godwin and Mike Evans, or yeah,
That's
the
a fact.
last 5-6 years. So he had a solid game. Secondary was straight. They
It
looked
was,
decent
especially for how
yesterday.
young we are. No, we
Right.
got a lot of promise. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
we right at the gate. We just gotta, long season, bow tied up, do the right maneuvers throughout the year. Um, but I mean, you ain't never gonna be mad about week one victory. Crowd fired up. Yeah, man, we got like it's a lot to look forward to as a Lions fan for sure, bro. It's not. I'm not even. It's kind of still, you know.
It's real. Yeah, it's crazy to like, yeah, sometimes I just be like, I mean, the attention you got, NFL people and NFL Network are literally picking us to win it all. Like I've never seen there's a lot of firsts in the last 3 to 4 years. And yeah, I mean, I think we definitely got the team to do it. Like, 1 week at a time. Start great window to start off the season, especially after beating a team in the playoffs, and see if we can get another team that we recently beat in the playoffs.
Yeah, yes,
Third
sir.
time in a
Go
row.
Lions. Go blue.
Yep. Talk to y'all later.
Peace.